Excuse me, would the more attractive of the nice guys please step forward?
The two girls I thought were interesting.
The Italian girls or what?
Yeah.
Girls? Yeah, they were
the
good.
Italian girls. I don't know. I wouldn't say I was rooting for them.
I didn't
but
like
I didn't
them.
hate them.
I didn't like them though because I didn't mind their profession. They're hookers, by the way. I didn't mind their profession, but I didn't like their demands. They felt manipulative.
You know what, Stan? If you want me to wear 37 pieces of flair, like your pretty boys over there, the nice guys on business, why don't you just make the minimum 37 pieces of flair? Most days, they take their meds. This is not one of those days. Welcome to Fuckery with the Nice Guys. No interviews, no business content, just your two favorite slack-jawed mouth breathers ranting about whatever. Now, strap yourselves in for Nice Guys Fuckery with the kings of fuckery, Doug Sandler and Strickland Bonner.
I think the best thing for me to do is probably just get the recording underway because, here's the way I look at it. And Nice Guy community, that I have a very formal relationship with time, and being a very formal relationship with time, you just start recording at 4:30, exactly when the recording is supposed to start.
One goddamn minute late, and true to his word, Mr. Doug Sandler has started recording already.
I was just trying something new today.
So what's new about that? That's same old, right?
No,
there.
It's not. It's kind of not the same old, because the same old would just wait for you. And then it's kind of like me saying to JJ, who has a very informal relationship with time also, or the calendar. It's like, hey, let's leave at 4:30. Okay, we're going to leave at 4:30. At 4:30, when I'm outside now sitting in the car, I should just leave. Probably doesn't bode well for a good, positive, reinforced relationship, though. I don't think so.
Yeah, not so much. I remember with my ex-wife, I used to have similar situations, but it was a little different. She would be like, okay, we need to be there at 5, wherever the here might be, right? I'm like, okay, cool. Yeah. And, at 4:30, she's like, oh, okay, we ready to go? I said, I thought you said we had to be there at 5. Well, we do. I'm like, it takes 15 minutes to get there. Oh, well, I want to make sure to leave extra just in case. And I'm like, okay, let's clarify something. You tell me when we need to leave.
Right.
Okay. Whenever you say, I'll make sure I'm ready at that time or within 2 or 3 minutes of that time. But your definition of how long it takes to get there and mine might be two very different things.
Gosh, it's communication. And that is one of those slippery slopes that in relationships gets very challenging. I don't know if I probably brought this story up. I mean, this happened years and years ago in the early stages of my relationship with JJ. I remember saying we were doing a program. We got hired to leave, to go from California to Baltimore to deliver 6 training sessions and teaching a company about, they were called Best Friends. It was a dog kennel, teaching them about customer service. And so we would go there once a month for 6 months. Mm-hmm. And one time that we went there, I said to her, hey, do you want to go for coffee? Or maybe I said it before, like the night before, after we do this, let's go for coffee. So that day arrives and I go for coffee. We go to Wegmans, which was in Hunt Valley, Maryland. And I get there and she says, okay, I'm gonna go in. What kind of coffee do you want? And I said, well, I'm just gonna have something to eat. And she goes, well, why did we come here? You said you wanted coffee. And I said, maybe I've got this confused. I was just using, I want to get coffee with you as an expression for, I want to go out somewhere after this to sit down and maybe have breakfast or something. She said, you didn't say any of that. You said coffee. We got into this. I don't know why it evolved into a huge argument, but it really did. And you're right. Kim used to say to you, instead of what time should we leave?
Well, right. She was like, she would clarify with me, we have to be there wherever.
Right.
At 5 o'clock. Right. and I'm like, okay, no problem. I'll make sure we are there at 5 o'clock and at 4:30 or.
Yeah, I get it.
She had a different definition of how long it would take to get there.
I get it. Well,
and I told her, but I made it very clear. I'm like, look, if I feel it takes 15 minutes to get there and you tell me we need to leave 30 minutes early, I'm okay with that. If you feel the need to be there that early, I'm okay. You just need to tell me we're leaving at 4:30 then. I'm cool with that.
So for me in this particular case, I've never hit the record button or maybe one other time without you being here exactly at the time. And I was thinking, I wasn't pissed at the minute that you were late. If you were 2 minutes late, right before you, I had an appointment that was supposed to show up at 4:00 Pacific time. All right. The appointment literally is 4 to 4:15. Now, because it's a short appointment, I put on the confirmations, and I have an automated scheduler that does it. So if somebody says, I didn't get it, I'm like, fuck, you did get it because you arrived at the link. So I know you had to look at the confirmations and the initial, just recap of when the meeting is going to be. In the meeting, it's in the recap or the confirmation, it says, be prompt. It's a short meeting. Okay. At 4:08. All right. I've been sitting there. I've been sitting there for 5 minutes waiting for him at 4:08 and at 5 after. I'm like, okay, I gave him all. I'm not following up with him. I am not doing him a favor. This is not right. At 4:05, I decided to disconnect. At 4:08, I got an email. Such and such has joined your Zoom call. I'm like, right. Fuck that. I'm not. Well, guess who's not joining my Zoom call? Okay, so I guess at 4:30 this time, I just said, I'm just going to hit record. I'm going to see what happens. I was going to talk as long as it took for you to get here, or message me saying, hey, I'm running late.
Understood. I totally get it. And by the way, in that question with JJ,
yeah,
I totally agree with her 100 fucking %. There's a big goddamn difference between I want to get coffee and I want to sit down and have food somewhere. Like, if you said you wanted coffee and you ordered tea instead, acceptable. That's okay. Good enough. But there is a very big difference vibe-wise, thought-wise, expectation-wise between I'm going to have a cup of coffee and I'm going to grab a bite to eat. Like if you said we can grab coffee, and I'm going to get a snack also, different thing. But if you're like, oh no, we're going to sit down and actually have breakfast, it just changes the whole vibe.
What if instead of getting coffee, I got a snack, but no coffee?
I'd be okay with that. As long as it is, to me, the expectation is we're going to go to grab something quick and probably go. Now,
I got the breakfast sandwich, which was literally the egg and bacon on a croissant. When I got that, she's like, "You're not getting coffee."
Well, I was thinking about that. I guess to me, it would be the time expectation, and if the plan is either way to sit down, okay. But if I'm your partner and I know we're going to spend the whole day together, I might be thinking to myself, well, I'm not really hungry right now. And then I'm going to be hungry in an hour or two for a snack and you're not. You see, that's the annoying part about it. Okay, you may or may not have noticed, by the way, welcome back. My name's Strickland Bonner. On the other side of the microphone, Mr. Doug Sandler. That you see down here in the bottom, my hand right here?
Yeah.
You know what my hand is doing? Did you remember in our team meeting yesterday that my daughter, I didn't notice this before, my boom arm was squeaking. Right. And you noticed it as well. I guess I had never noticed it before.
I never noticed it until yesterday, though.
I'm guessing for some reason it wasn't squeaking until yesterday. Okay. But it bothered her so much. And I play with it all the time. So I'm quite sure that if it had been squeaking, she would have heard it before and come in. And so she put WD-40 on it. But now when I let it go, it doesn't.
Oh, no.
So it's a little bit of a problem. I need to tighten this shit up. But
you just have to get a screwdriver. There's 3 critical screws in the joints. And if you just tighten them up a little bit, it will go right back to where it was before.
And you know what would be great about that? If I had arrived at the meeting even 2 minutes early, I would have had time to do that.
Where were you
But since I was 30 seconds, I wasn't running from anywhere. I was just like getting ready and
oh my God.
And I was doing things. I was doing other work stuff. But it wasn't like I was like busy doing something and that's why I was late. I feel like I might have been 30 seconds late.
I'd like
Obviously,
to
I was
make
a minute late.
I'd like to make a suggestion, and I think you were just 1 minute late. I don't think it was more than a minute late.
No,
but let
I
me
definitely was
I'd
not.
like to make a suggestion for not for you, Strickland, because you're never going to listen to me anyway. So it's only for those in our community. And I don't know if this is just you or if this is other people also that share in the same trait that you have, which is just you're a just in time kind of guy.
Mhm.
And there is a feature on all scheduling auto scheduling programs. It's called buffer time. How much time do you want to leave from your last appointment? Like I had a guy that I had a meeting with today. Jesus, today was back-to-back meetings for me. But back-to-back meetings say Strickland's trying to rig.
Tack a little extra weight
I
on here.
love it. He's trying to put
we go. It's perfect.
Yeah, that was really good rig, man.
It's perfect. Thank you very much.
That was
What Doug
sounds
is
like
laughing about, for those of you who are not watching, which again is everybody because we're not
Everybody.
posting the video. I'm looking around my desk and it's like, oh, I've got a little, what kind of tool is this? It's like
a multi-tool.
Yeah, a little multi-tool thing. And I'm like, well, if I pull this piece out and hang it over the cable and twist it around, it gives me just enough weight that it holds the mic exactly where I need. So I don't need to get my screwdriver.
That was
yet.
the best. That was the best. I don't even remember what I was going to say.
You were talking about
Buffer time, but I can't
Buffer
remember
time.
why I was. Oh, so I was going back to back today, which means that I had an 11, a 12, a 1:30, a 3, a 4, and a 4:30 with you. But every
guy.
appointment has you can't schedule me if I have an 11 o'clock for 30 minutes. You can't schedule 11:30 because I have a 20-minute buffer between meeting times. Now, in this particular case,
20-minute buffer. Oh my God. That's actually really funny. Hang on. I want to look at your calendar now.
Yeah.
Because your definition then of
you see my calendar?
I kind of want to do a screenshot of this.
Okay.
I really want to do a screenshot of this because what I'm looking at your calendar, I see, and this is no insult to you.
No, not
okay,
at all,
because
man.
you work as hard as fucking anybody I know. I love you, dude. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I see 5 meetings, actually 6, including this one.
This one, right? Exactly.
And to say back to back to back to back to back. Okay, I see a meeting that has 30 minutes in between. I see another one that has 90 minutes in between, another with an hour, another with 45 minutes. And yes, this one has 15 minutes. Okay. That is nowhere close to the definition of back to back to back that I would consider, but that's okay.
It is considered back to back if you allow for the buffer. if you consider the buffer an appointment, it's a mental wellness buffer.
Am I allowed to, under my calendar app, to set a 4.5 hour buffer in between meetings?
Yes. As a matter of fact, you can set an entire, I can't schedule more than one appointment a day buffer if you want to.
So I think we've talked about this before, but it has been a while. You made the comment that like, you don't know why me and people like me, why we can't just schedule that buffer time.
Yeah.
The answer is it doesn't matter. It's not about the buffer time. Right. Like I said, there are times where I'm coming from a meeting and I'm rushing. Today was not one of those times. I leisurely
decided that I was going in the kitchen to do something other than be here.
Well, I was closing my office door and then I wanted to wash my hands because I'd been eating. But I will make the argument, and I have before, that I actually have a more formal relationship with time than you do, because your definition of a formal relationship with time is I am not only on time, I am, 2 to 5 minutes early, if not more, for every meeting. To me, again, I'm going to be crass about this just to take the contrary side, but
do it.
That's a waste of time. For 5 minutes early, you're twiddling your fucking thumbs and wasting time. My attitude is I am like, oh, I have 5 minutes. I can get this done before the meeting starts. Now, do I believe in my head, now with most meetings, by the way, this is not with you, that if I'm a minute late, I'm okay? Yeah, I'm usually okay with a minute. I don't like to be later than that. I'm not even crazy about being a minute late, but I'm not upset. if I'm a minute late, unless it's a meeting with you, in which case, yes, I'm really kind of annoyed, even if I'm 1 minute late. And so mentally, when I'm thinking, oh, I've got 5 minutes, I can go do this. I can go wash my hands. I can go close the door. I can do whatever. Excuse me. I fill the minutes. That's just me. It's like if I have things to do that I feel like I want to get done, I'm like, I don't want to waste the time. So I would think that I have a formal relation. Now, sometimes that runs away with me.
Yeah. Go ahead.
If something takes a little longer than I should, and it's like, oh shit, I thought it would take 2 minutes to do this, and it really took 5, and now I'm 3 or 4 minutes late, and yeah, that sucks. And that is totally on me.
Those are the things that I want to allow for. Is look, there was something that took 5 minutes instead of 2 minutes, so I don't want to feel ever like I am rushed. But the other side of it too, and maybe this is just unique to the type of position that I have within our company, you can make decisions, I think, probably faster than I can, and you can come up with solutions faster than I can. I'm looking at yesterday's schedule. There was literally 3 sales calls within a 3-hour period of time, 3 sales calls.
Mm-hmm.
So that was with Andy, with David, and with Gene. Those 3 that you see on my schedule. 2 of them were interviews, my guess to gold strategy, and the third was actually a legitimate sales call where they knew they were stepping into a sales call. With the Andy and the David sales call, which was the interview, I needed to mentally prepare for what was coming. It's
I totally get that. Yeah.
So I feel like for me, the prep, it's like I need some mental health moments in my day because I can't go back to back with sales calls because I'm exhausted, even with 2 appointments in a day. I don't know how I did yesterday at all. It was 3 sales calls. And I'm like, and 2 of the 3 sales calls were actually interviews that I'm trying to maneuver in my brain, trying to read buying signals, trying to understand where I'm going from here, all of that stuff. It's like, holy fuck. I was wiped out. And I look at it, and I got to bring up another point because this is kind of fun, unless you had something to say about that. Okay.
No,
so
go ahead.
I don't want to spill the beans about this particular thing to the community because we're not ready to share anything like this yet, but we have potential partners that we're going to be working with that, we've had to provide them like some accounting reports and some other things. You know who I'm talking about, right? Because I'm just saying this. Mm-hmm. One of the questions that they asked me in the most recent round of emails, which was a couple of days ago, was how they wanted to remember. They couldn't remember how many hours a week that I work. Mm-hmm. So I wasn't sure in that particular case would a long answer or a shorter answer been more? I don't know. Like when somebody's asking you that question, do you want to be in the I work very little, or do you want to be in the I work a lot?
That's an excellent observation and analysis of the question. I think really I'd be the same way. I'm like, do I want to give them the truthful answer, or do I want to give them the answer that I think they want? And the problem is I don't know the answer that I think they want. Yeah, I'm totally with you.
Oh God. Okay, I got to say 2 words before we move on, and then I want to do a little explanation from there. Those 2 words are these 2 words. Thank you, Emily. First of all, White Lotus.
This is a good one to talk about. That's a good one.
All right. Do you want to start? You want to start?
Well, no, you go ahead, because I think you're really enjoying the series, which will give more context, and then I'll tell you my feelings on it.
We talked about this briefly either last week or the week before. I've been watching this Netflix series called, or HBO or Cinemax or whatever it is, HBO Max series called White Lotus. They're not long seasons. I think they're only like 8
to 10 episodes.
Yeah, 8 to 10 episode seasons. Mm-hmm. They've had 2 seasons so far, and they have another season that's going to start, I believe, in February production. So it probably won't be out until the end of the year. Anyhow, one of the things that you said, which was so true about this series, and I think you said it about this series, I don't like anybody.
Oh, there we go. We don't win a chicken dinner.
I don't like anybody in the show. Mm-hmm. There's really no characters that I find myself yelling at the screen most of the time.
Right. Like, how stupid are you? Right. Right.
And I don't want to, this is a fairly new series, so I don't want to do any spoilers. So if you're listening to this and you haven't watched any of them, I don't want to give away any of the secrets.
And by the way, it ain't that new. I watched season 2 like a year ago.
Oh, okay. Well, I still don't want to spoil it for anybody because I just
Okay, fair
found it.
enough.
I only heard about it when Emily was telling me about it. I the carryover problem for me, geez, let me find the cast here. I think I pulled them up here. The who's in it? Okay, here we go. Jennifer Coolidge.
Hmm.
Jennifer plays Tanya McQuaid,
Yeah.
a rich, needy, and self-absorbed heiress. Okay,
Mhm.
whose mother recently had died before she actually, not Jennifer, but the character Tanya. I don't like her character. There is so much neediness, so much
Mhm.
neediness. Somebody wants to like her. I just can't find my way to like her because she treats her assistant like shit.
Mhm.
So anyway, that's the only one that I've really come a little bit close to even liking.
Yeah.
That and the tech guy on season 2.
Oh, you're watching season 2 already?
I'm already done. I watched it all in like 2 days.
Oh, the tech guy.
Well,
Remind
whatever.
me who that
Uh,
guy. It's been a while since I've seen the
no,
series.
no, hold on.
Because I felt the same way. The only reason I watched season 1 like maybe 2 episodes, and I was like, I fucking hate everybody. There's nobody to root for. I'm not going to keep watching this. I watched the second season, and I like the assistant, right? Like Jennifer Coolidge's assistant.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
there was one other guy or two other.
Will Sharp. He played the tech guy that sold his company, and he was married to
Oh, yeah. I thought he was
Aubrey
interesting.
Plaza.
I thought he was yeah. I liked him too. And the two girls I thought were interesting. Like
The Italian girls, or what?
Yeah,
two
yeah.
girls? Yeah, they
yeah,
were
the
good.
Italian girls. I don't know. I wouldn't say I was rooting for them,
I didn't
but I
like
didn't
them.
hate them.
I didn't like them though because I didn't mind their profession. They're hookers, by the way. I didn't mind their profession, but I didn't like their demands. They
liked
felt
the
manipulative.
I liked the musician though. I think I liked
Yeah, she was good.
because and not a lot, but just enough that I was drawn in, and the writing was very good, and it's one of those shows that like everybody is like, oh my god, you have to watch it, right? So
What is it? What is it about that show that the writer, the director, don't they want to give you a character to become attached to? Don't they want to pull you through or with some related? I mean, there are, what is it, like 3 or 4 equal stories that go on at the same time, kind of overlap in some particular cases, but not really.
There are movies out there where there's no person that you're supposed to like, and series too. I mean, we talked about Breaking Bad, right? You said you really liked Breaking Bad,
I did.
right?
Yeah.
I couldn't get into it. I watched 6 or 7 episodes and I'm like, fucking hate everybody on here.
Really?
I mean, even Walter White, it's
Walter
like, okay,
White?
I get it. You're fucking dying of cancer and shit. Like, spoiler alert, the show's only been off the air 2 years.
No, that's okay. He says he's very clear about that. I think right in episode 1.
Yeah, but like, I had a really hard time, and I'm like, I can't get into it.
I think in that particular case, we don't have to talk about the whole seasons of Breaking Bad or Better Call Saul or any of those things. But like with Breaking Bad, I think the character development got to the point where you even liked Jesse. I mean, Jesse was, his Walter White's sidekick, and you do get to the point where you're just like, oh, Walter, you're just a fucking idiot. Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? And Eisenberg or whatever we call whatever Heisenberg, whatever his nickname is. And with Jesse, it's like, yeah, he's a fuck up, but he's a lovable fuck up. You want to like him. You want to root for him to do well, but you don't want to have him do well in the beginning. But the development of the character allows you to do that.
Maybe I didn't stick around long enough. I don't know. I couldn't do it.
All right. So I also want to talk about for just a quick second. So I got finished with that show, and then the immortal question that rises to the top again.
What's the next show?
What is the next show? What is the next show? So I'm looking for shows. I'm looking at Google, just typing in Netflix series I could watch, and then I'm like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna have Chat GPT tell me what is the next. Okay. So I did not realize this. So today, okay, by the way, I fired our marketing company, and I think I told you I fired the other guy that was doing the marketing also for us. And so
we had 2. You told me about one marketing guy you fired. I didn't know we had 2. But okay.
Well, we had a guy doing outreach for us, and it just kind of fell flat. And I don't know if he was just putting his thumb on the scale and just charging us every week or whatever, but it was $110 a week. And I'm like, that's not money that I want to spend. And the guy that we had hired or traded with, I'm like, this isn't fucking going anywhere.
Agreed.
He offered, there was no, if you're listening to this right now, and I don't want to say your name, if you're listening to this right now, well, like, what happened? Okay, just, hey, I'm really surprised that this didn't work for you. Yeah, I'm really surprised this didn't work for me either, especially considering the fact that I gave you basically 6-7 months of service free or in trade. In trade
Well,
for what?
It is funny too. Did he actually make that comment? I'm surprised it didn't work for you.
Yes.
Okay, so let's take a hypothetical.
All right.
Let's say hypothetically, I am a marketing company and I'm creating ads for you that you put on Google or put on whatever,
I know where you're going.
and I'm paying you, my company,
Right.
we're paying for the ads, right?
Right.
And you see, even this isn't a good example because you can track how many people would click on a link,
Strick,
right? But let's say hypothetically that you put a whole bunch of
after
ads.
30 days or 60 days, you see it's not working. You're like, hey, let's switch this up. Okay. And then another
Right?
30 or 60 days, hey, let's switch this up. And you keep switching it up until you find the right formula. It's not, hey, what's going on? I don't know. Sorry, nothing's going on. Hey, what are we going to do? Why am I the one making suggestions? Let them make
100%.
suggestions.
When you hire a marketing company and 7 months in, you say to them, I'm done, it's not working. And the answer from them is, I'm surprised. Why wasn't it working? No, you should have asked yourself and your team that question in month 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6. You shouldn't wait for me to fire you to ask you that yourself, the damn question of why did I lose this account?
Yep. I 100% agree. And if I looked at the old school way that we used to do it, which was let's hire a company and spend literally $2,500 to $3,500 every month, we would have been out $20,000. Instead, we're out 6 or 7 months of production, which I understand still costs us money, and whatever the LinkedIn. So I just saved $100 and some odd a month just by canceling Sales Navigator. It's like,
Agreed. It's like we canceled 5 Netflix accounts and 3 Disney Pluses. And sure, dude, I'm with you 100%.
All right. So anyway, so I go to ChatGPT and I actually I upgraded our subscription. So now I have the $20 ChatGPT Plus.
Cool.
Now I don't know that if this is I don't know if this is or isn't included in the standard plan because I didn't look and see this in the upgrade plan, but or in the standard plan. But there is a Explore GPTs, and one of the Explore GPTs is the AI feature. What should I watch? Find movies and TV shows to watch based on your tastes and preferences. Goodbye decision paralysis. So
cool.
I typed in a number of things. So it says here, let me tell you what the questions that it asks you are. Hold on. I thought I didn't close that window. I hope I didn't close that window. I don't think that I did, but I cannot find. See more. Shoot.
If we were a real show, we would be cutting this part out, but we're
Oh no, definitely didn't do it. Okay, well, let's just go down we can go down the path together for just a moment. All right, so here are the questions. What genre are you in the mood for? So just give me a genre. Throw one at me.
I like heist movies. Is that a genre?
Well, let's see. Heist shows. Okay, so I typed in heist shows. What comes back is they're doing some research with Bing, searching best heist TV shows for 2024. It's going through its process. It's thinking, searching where to watch Money Heist. Okay, Money Heist is their number one choice. Lupin, the French series, isn't just about a heist, it's about revenge. That's the second choice. The Great Heist, based on the true events of the 1994 robbery. Good Girls, Snatch, Kaleidoscope. So it gives you 6. All of these shows are currently available for streaming, with most of them on Netflix, ensuring you'll have the range of heist-themed excitement right at your fingertips. Happy binge watching.
That's cool. I really enjoyed Kaleidoscope. I saw that. And the others, I've heard of a couple and I haven't heard of a couple. So that's cool. Okay.
So it did that. So I typed in White Lotus and it gave me a whole bunch of other options in addition to White Lotus to be able to watch. And I think that's cool. There are so many things. AI is ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. A home style advisor, astrology, birth chart, GPT. I think I was telling you earlier today. It's got a graphics generator that it doesn't really do real well with the graphics generator, but it doesn't do a bad job with it. It just gives
I
you like
thought it
more like
was
drafts.
what you sent me. I thought was very interesting, even though it can't deal with logos. Did it ask you questions about fonts and colors?
No, but you can tell it what fonts and what colors that you want. The nice part about the way that it creates its output, and I haven't seen this because I don't have Photoshop on my computer, but it says that you can just download the photo and dump it into Photoshop, and all of the layers will be in there already. And I'm
Oh,
like,
that's cool too.
that's pretty cool.
That's
That's
super
pretty
cool.
cool.
I thought what you sent was not terrible. It was better than some of the things that I've seen from our Fiverr artists in the past. That's
I
for
didn't
sure.
realize, and that's probably what they're using anyway. I didn't realize that the logo that you sent me, I thought that someone on our team had created that, but that was the logo that was created already by our customer.
Correct. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay, so I want to ask about another genre. Like since we're
Oh,
talking about
sure.
like White Lotus, right?
I'm ready.
Which is one of those series that's like love or hate it, right? Have you ever seen any Wes Anderson movies?
Probably, but give me an example of a Wes
I'm going to
Anderson
share my
movie.
screen because I
Oh,
pulled
okay.
this up because I thought you might say that.
All right.
Here is the series of Wes Anderson movies.
Well,
Again, for those of you who are not watching,
I
The
tried.
Darjeeling Limited, Moonrise Kingdom, Grand Budapest Hotel, and his new one is Asteroid City.
Okay, I tried for a minute to watch Asteroid City. I couldn't. Just couldn't. It was just too. It was too really weird. Kind of. What do you call that? Like cinematography,
Stylist.
style. I don't know what.
He has a very specific stylistic palette. I guess he has a very unique style of directing, and it's gotten, well, some would say better and better. I might say worse and worse as his movies have come along. Like I saw Moonrise Kingdom, and it's like it's quirky, but it's cute. And then Grand Budapest Hotel, I was like the same thing. I'm like, it's quirky, and friends who have recommended it are like,
Yeah.
oh my god, I love the look, and I'm like, I'm bored with the look. It's very very contrived, right?
Yeah,
Like
Grand Budapest
everything
Hotel
about it.
Right. Yeah,
It's
a whole different
the colors and the looks and the way the camera moves and everything about it is very specifically contrived. And it's, to me, I want to watch a movie and I want to have it flow. I want to feel like I'm there. And I really feel like, and I'm kind of a geek when it comes to movie stuff. Like I think the last 10 years or 15 years, we've come such a long way with camera work and editing that movies feel to me much more now today like you're there. Like cameras are like loose and moving around.
Right,
and
right.
It just, it gives you an emotion where he is the opposite of that, right? He is trying to paint a picture. It's like his whole movie is like this canvas, and it's this picture you're looking at. And a lot of people love it. And I'm like, oh my God. Like I said, Moonrise Kingdom and Grand Budapest Hotel, I'm like, okay, they were okay. I watched 15 minutes of Asteroid City and I'm like, this is fucking horrible, because he goes deeper and deeper into his own rabbit hole, I think.
Yeah, I'm
people
with you.
like it, great, but fucking.
I want to be able to feel as though when I'm watching a movie that I can actually get. I like to get lost in the setting, and it's very hard to get lost in Asteroid City because it just seems so unrealistic to me. I'm not saying like, hey, look, what the hell? What's Ryan Reynolds? What's the
Deadpool?
Yeah, Deadpool. Totally unrealistic, but it's easy to step. I would be easily stepping into that because the scenes are just easy. You know,
Right.
it seems like, wow, this was just a cool movie. I can't do the same thing with Grand Budapest Hotel or Asteroid City. What's that one that's all the way on the left, the 2023 next to Asteroid City?
I don't know, the Wonderful Story of Henry Sugar. I don't know. It's at 39 minutes, so it's not even a movie.
Oh, got it.
Something. I
Got
don't
it.
know.
Okay.
But well, you know what's interesting? I just thought about something like Deadpool, right? And not only the characters, obviously, but a lot of the bits and pieces of the way it's shot, especially the opening scene where it's like super slow-mo and you're going through the scene. To me, when somebody's shooting like that, it's like a cartoon, which is cute. Like, is it realistic? No, but it's entertaining, right? I mean, just I love that kind of stuff. But Not fucking Wes Anderson. I'm sorry, it's just not my thing. Not my thing.
If if you could only watch the stylings of one director and one only, what would be what director would you be inclined to lean towards?
Boy, it kind of depends on the mood. I'm really a big fuck. What the hell's his name? Ocean's 11. Steven Soderbergh. Is
Okay.
it Soderbergh? I think.
I don't know.
See, now I've got it. Now I don't fucking remember. Steven Soderbergh. Oh, spell right. Soderbergh movies. There we go. Steven Soderbergh movies. Okay, but now we got to go older than that because Magic Mike. That's funny. I didn't know he directed Magic Mike. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Hang on, let's go back a bit.
I don't even know any of those movies that are in there. I mean, I know Magic
Now
Mike.
here we go. Let me look at previous because I think these were Sex, Lies, and Videotape. Yeah. Out of Sight was actually really good. Aaron Brockovich. Yeah, Ocean's 11. He's got a great look and a great style. He doesn't beat you over the head with it, but it's still kind of cool and slick. And, I don't know. I guess I love the writing in Ocean's 11 and Ocean's 13 too. Yeah, I like him. But also guys like, who is it? Like McG, where like action movie shit, right? There's some action movie guys that or who did the Michael Bay, right? Like Michael Bay did the Transformers movie and he did all these fucking huge over the top. Oh, Armageddon was him. And it's really formulaic, but he does it so well. It just doesn't matter. At least for me, it's total popcorn movies, right? It's just total popcorn movies, but it's like, God damn, he just makes them look good and he makes them fun. So yeah, I like that kind of stuff too.
I think if there was only one director that I was able to watch, and that would be the only director I'd be able to watch, I don't know why he keeps sticking in my mind, because he's a great director, but his shows, you definitely polarize yourself when you put yourself in a Quentin Tarantino movie.
It's so funny you mentioned that. I think we've talked about this before, but it's been a while. I like Quentin Tarantino's look and his shooting style, but his movies are so fucking long.
I like
the
that.
more of them that I watch, I feel like he, in the same way that Terrence Malick, it's like or Wes Anderson, I mean, over the years, people praise him, and so he goes deeper and deeper and deeper into it, right? Like Pulp Fiction was like Reservoir Dogs was amazing, and Pulp Fiction was really good, but it was like a little bit long, right? And then his more recent movies, to me, have gotten even longer and even more drawn out because people are like, "Oh, I love it," and he's leaning into it.
Well, on a long movie, your unit price is much better. You get a much better per ounce price, per frame price. I think I like that. Did you notice that Steven Soderbergh kind of looks like a young Woody Harrelson?
Oh, wow. He kind of does. Yeah. Interesting.
Hey, look, I don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves here, but we have some emails that are definitely they got some green fuzzy stuff on them, and we really need to take care of them.
Well, voicemails, not emails, but yes.
Oh, that's what I meant. Voicemail. Sorry.
Yes, we do. Oh, hang on. Now, did I download? Hang on. Yeah, they're all right here. Now, here's the only thing. I don't know if they're in order. Because when Ashley does it, she downloads it in the correct order.
You would assume that we would have remembered what order that we said anything in the episode. I don't think it really matters. The only thing that's going to be a little bit hit or miss here is if he starts off voicemail number 1 with, "Hey, voicemail number 6 here," if they all indeed are Jared.
No, they're not actually Jared, because the other thing is they're usually saved as voicemail 1, voicemail 2, voicemail 3 type of thing. And in this case, they were saved with the phone numbers. So I've put them, we have,
oh, I see that.
We have 4 from one phone number and 2 from another phone number. So I believe I have put each phone number group in the order.
Oh, I got it.
That they came in. So hopefully they're going to be okay. And then there's one more here that I forgot about that's tacked on the end.
Wow. I saw that was like a bonus. I saw you bring that over from the side.
Yeah. A little extra bonus.
All right. So let's do this. We're going to take care of all of the voicemails right now. We're going to do our best just to let them roll as we go through, maybe some comments in between. We actually have a dinner guest tonight. So at the bottom of the hour, So it's 5:09 right now. So in 21 minutes.
Oh yeah. You got a date.
Yeah, we got to hustle here. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. Just start with voicemail. Start with the theme song, and let's get rolling. And
I just realized I did not click share sound when I shared.
And just so you know, I will not, under any circumstances, be interrupting between the theme song and message number one. I know it's customary for me to, but I'm just going to let it play, and I'm going to mute myself just to, even if I want to talk, I'm going to talk, but not to anybody.
Really?
Not that we're actually talking to anybody by having this episode play.
So what you're saying is I should just push this right here, like right up next to the end of the music.
Yeah, well, I can't see it because you got a whole bunch of screens in front of it right now, but I'm seeing a bunch of different tabs. I see your root
fucking screen.
I see your root tab.
I thought I shared that screen. Maybe not. Right here. Is that good? You see it now?
Yep, I see it now.
Okay. Oh, or I could even do like a little segue action.
Whoa.
Look at that. Let's see what that sounds like.
That would be very, this is like way too professional for me. Go ahead.
I know, right?
Go ahead.
Here we go. We got a voicemail from Jared. I said a voicemail from Jared. You know a voicemail from Jared. Nobody else will call. We got a voicemail from Jared. Screw the rest of y'all.
Hey, Doug. Hey, Strick. Erica here. Responding to this last episode that was just on for the year-end 2023, I will take you up on your offer and question, Doug. You said anybody in the community that knows anything about Social Security, raise your hand. That's me. I'm raising both hands, and I'm saying you probably should just put me on the show with you guys one Friday. I know I'm not as much fun as Emily, but, I got a lot of good information about this, about not only retirement, but Social Security. I had to start taking Social Security when I was 40, and now being over the ripe age of 65, can let you know more about it than you probably ever wanted to know, including a bunch of really fun stuff in the event that one or both of you tie the knot again and actually get married. There's some really fun things that you can do. So I'm not going to leave all the details here. I'm just going to say, have me on one Friday and I'll fill you in on everything I know about Social Security, including what it is, what it isn't, what it's good for, what it's not, and all
challenge accepted.
Stuff in between. All right, love you both a lot. Love the show, and look forward to talking to you and hearing episodes in the new year. Okay, bye.
Okay,
this is Erica, by the way.
I love the teaser. I love that she's basically like, hey, I'm not going to tell you all that. The only thing is, it sounds like she has enough information that it is going to be real business advice. You should do it as like a Monday regular interview.
Yeah, this is kind of cool. Actually, we could even go one step further. I have another show that it's called Building Your Life podcast with John Browning that I do, and we always talk about retirement planning and Social Security. It might be a win for us to record an episode with John, or maybe the nice guys solo. I mean, just me and Erica. Not that we're excluding you, Strick. I mean, you might have a lot of good questions, or you might not even care.
I'm very curious to hear about it because I really don't know anything about it either. And, we're both getting fucking old and we're going to be forced to take it at some point soon. It's just kind of, it feels like a more serious topic that is not appropriate for the fuckery. As much as I love Erica. And Erica, you're every bit as interesting as Emily. Please don't think that you're not.
What's interesting about the whole, it's not Friday fuckery material, it's more Monday material. Well, the fun part about it is if you look at the other side, which is you have to, in order to get the most bang out of Social Security, you actually need a crystal ball to tell you or whoever's looking when you're going to die. Because that's the part that we could talk about more than the dollars and cents. And then, I listened to also, I know you're going to think I'm crazy, but I do listen to Stan the Annuity Man. I listen
Oh,
to
really? I don't
I
think
do.
you're crazy. I think it's great.
He makes a really dry subject very fun.
Oh,
He
yeah.
really does. It's no wonder that he is a highly successful annuity sales guy, licensed in 50 states, by the way. But it is a really great subject to talk about. Maybe not when I was 25. I didn't want to talk about this, but being almost 60 years old, I do have an interest in hearing more about it. Like, okay, like what? Every time I've asked Stan for advice, he's like, Doug, here's my advice. Continue putting money into your business. That's all he keeps saying. It's like, Stan, I'm trying to tell you, take my money. And he doesn't want to take my money.
Yeah. Yeah. Fun with Annuities, by the way, is that show. If you are interested in learning, listening to a great podcast about annuities, Fun with Annuities. Yes.
With Stan the Annuity Man.
All right. We're ready for another voicemail?
Yep. Do it.
Hey, Doug. Hey, Strick. Erica here. Voicemail number 2.
Got him in the right order.
Nice.
Yes, I would love to do the Robin Hood thing with you guys.
Oh,
So yes,
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
in.
right. I forgot.
I don't know what else you need other than that. I'd probably do $50 a month like you guys will, and then we'll play along. Okay, thanks for the idea. Happy 2024, you guys. Love you both. Bye.
I totally forgot about that.
Me too.
So are we going to start the fuckery fund?
That's a great idea.
I totally think so. Well, that's what we should do. And anybody that wants to jump in and do, is that what we decided, $50 a month?
Yeah. So let's do this. So if you could, I know this is going to require a little bit of effort, but this would be a great idea. If you could post in the Nice Guy community, the Nice Guy community is going to start an investment group. We are not providing investment advice. We are just an
Right.
investment group. This is like a community of people that are going to get together. We're going to all put in $50 a month. And Strick, you could do this on your own, or we could do this as the show. How would you want to do it?
No, what do you mean on my own or the show?
You could do this.
Yes.
I already have a Robinhood account. I could just start maybe a sub account and not invest it. The challenge is I already have not a lot of money, but a couple $1,000s in Robinhood that has already started.
No, I totally think we should do something separate. So like we should create a new account.
Got it. Okay.
And so if an account requires like a social security number, which I'm guessing it probably does, we can
Probably.
totally put it in my name because I do not have an account yet. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So that's what we'll do. So will our account together be the one that's in your social security number, or will you want me to do my own $50 account?
Oh, no. We should totally all put it into, I think, the same account. I got to figure out how we, like, obviously if it doesn't have to be under my social security number, even better. Like, but I think you have to with investments, right?
I think so too.
Have to be associated?
So what you're saying is you'll put in $50 a month, and like Erica's going to have her own account with $50 a month. She's not putting it in our account, correct?
Yeah, that's a good question. I wonder if we can do it as a company.
No.
Can we do a
Uh-huh.
turnkey one? Because I really like the idea of everyone that wants to be involved, it'll be a single account. Because if we all do our own, it'll have to be, hey, on Friday we discuss what are we going to invest in.
No.
And-
Okay, so maybe I've stated this wrong or put this together wrong. The idea behind it is you get your $50. Everybody else gets their own $50. They start their own Robinhood accounts and they invest in whatever they want to. And we are sharing information back and forth about how is your fund doing? Mine's doing well. What are you in? What are you in? We're not selling anybody, giving them advice for what they should invest in. We're just telling them what we're in, and they're telling us what they're in. Just that's how I was thinking about doing it.
It's funny because I didn't realize we were like talking about competing. I thought this was going to be like a collective, right? Where we both put $50 a month in and it's together. And like we just talk about it and decide, and like we can invite other people and everybody puts it all in a big pile together.
What happens is this: you have some advice that you've heard in your left ear, and you're like, okay, now Pepsi's the thing to invest in. And we have the conversation. You share your information about Pepsi. I'm like, I don't really like Pepsi because I don't like, they're really raising their prices in Europe, and so I'm not going to go in on the Pepsi thing, but I do love the fact that I want to go in on Yum, and Yum is like Habit Burger. So go ahead.
I'm with you. Does Robinhood offer advice, like, or do they offer information where you can do your own research? I don't know
Oh
how it
yeah,
works.
they offer plenty of information. Like if I want, and they even give you under each fund or each stock that you're interested in, they'll tell you what the experts are saying. 60% say buy, 17% say hold, 12% say sell. And it's like, okay, so I've made a lot of decisions for or against selling or buying based upon that information that's on that particular stock.
Got it. Okay. Well, in that case, yes, let's have a little competition, and like
Okay,
at
good.
the end of the month, once a month or whatever, we'll post in the Nice Guys community. Like we'll do a little AB and go, here's how Doug's doing, and here's how Strickland's doing,
That is perfect. And
and if
you're
you want
welcome
to join in,
right,
like Erica,
exactly.
you can post a comment of here's how I'm doing. I'm crushing these two idiots because they don't know what the fuck they're doing. I love that.
I totally love that. I
Mhm.
do love it. My cryptocurrency, by the way, is up about 87% this year, just so
It's a
you know.
lot.
It is a lot. But when you only have $125 invested in it, 87%,
Yeah.
proportionally, I guess it's a really good percentage. But when it comes to dollar amount, it's probably not quite as good. I've got a lot of really good winning stocks, and my stocks come from what do I like? You know,
Mm.
do I like Walmart? Do I like Habit Burger? Do I like Netflix? All of those things. Some of them have been good, some of them have been bad, but all in all, I think I'm on the winning side. I know my stocks are up. You know, I think right now you'd be hard pressed to pick a loser on the stock market, but
Yeah.
yeah, let's do it. So if you could post in the Nice Guy community, if you could say we are starting a Robinhood investment group.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got it.
Everybody's gonna put in $50 a month, and we're gonna see at the end of 12 months. We're not giving away money for the winner or anything like that. It's all for bragging rights.
Yeah, and have been in the past kind of similar. I bought Tesla 6 or 7 years ago, right? When it was either right before the Model S came out or right after it came out when nobody like really knew who he was. Yeah, and I mean, I think I bought 5 shares or something, but it was $30. And it's around 220 right now, but it's split 5 times.
Oh my God.
So basically, what's 220 times 5? It's about $1,000 a share or so, and I paid $30 for it.
Oh my God. So you have $150 in Tesla that's worth what's it now? It's $1,000 and you have 30 shares.
I don't know, 20
Wait,
or
I
30
don't know.
grand. I think it's like 30 grand or
That's
something.
ridiculous.
I know, right? Pretty cool.
That's pretty good. When do you sell that?
I, it.
You
I
don't.
don't have any plans to sell it right now. We'll see.
So
It's retirement fund.
Like if
stuff.
I went into Robinhood right now and I looked up the Tesla stock, here I'll
Mhm.
do this. Here, let me do it right now. It's funny how this works. So I'll go into Robinhood. Let me look up Tesla while we are queuing up the second message. Shit, I know I'm going to run behind on time here. Hold on. Going to do Tesla. TESLA. Okay. So it says about Tesla. Not now. All right. It says 48 analyst ratings. 41% say buy, 43% say hold, 14% say sell. So it's like, who would say sell that?
There have been lots of times over the years where analysts for an extended period have said sell, it's overvalued like crazy. Comparing to other stocks, it's not even close. You should sell, and it just keeps going up. I mean, yes, there have been times where it went down briefly for some reason, but big picture overall, obviously it's gone up a lot.
Okay, so it's up from in the last 5 years. In the last 5 years, it's up 823%.
Right. Yeah.
Since its inception, it's up 16,500%.
Yeah, I don't think, does it say what the cost was at like when it first came out? Because I just remember I paid like $30 a share. I don't remember exactly when I bought it though.
All right, let's see. At the open, I don't know what the date. Okay. January of 2013, it was worth $3.88 a share.
So do you have the whole like lifetime chart? I'm curious when it was around $30 because like I said, I don't even remember when I bought it because I'm like, it's $150, whatever.
All right. That was In 2019, at the end of 2019, it was $29.02. Then in April of 2020, it was as high as $64.
Yeah, I think because when I bought my Tesla, I already had stock and I bought it at the end of 2018. So it must have been like 15 or 16 that I bought it, 2015, 2016, something like that.
All right, let's get to voicemail number 3.
Okay, here we go.
Hey, Doug, hey, Shrek, Jared here. Voicemail number 4.
Oh,
Okay.
Damn, screwed that
It's
up.
okay.
Okay, well, let's figure out.
Oh,
which
you're
one
going
it
to
is.
try to juggle it? Oh my God. Okay.
Sure, why not?
Hey, Doug, hey, Shrek, Jared here. Voicemail number 3.
All right, you're there
Okay,
now.
there's
You got
3.
the
We're getting
3.
there.
Okay.
This is a very short one. I doubt that's number 1. I bet it's this one.
Okay.
Oops, wait a minute.
Hey, Doug, hey, Shrek, Jared here. So it is the last episode of the year. So Happy New Year, everyone.
Thank you.
And you guys are now talking about the gift from my daughter, the baby Yoda. So, Strick, that was really cool. Thanks for the nice shout out. And I'm sure she would be ecstatic to know that you thought it was pretty cool. No, there was no one inside of it, but it would be big enough for someone to be inside of it. This thing was huge. And the head actually tips back, and there was a little slot in there where I had to reach down in and pull out a letter or a little note to go find an additional gift that she had given me too. So it was really cool. She has some amazing talent. She loves to make things. She does a lot of art stuff. And yeah, one year she wrapped up all these individual things and put like, paper towel rolls and made it look like an actual sweeper is what Strick was trying to describe. And his saying she makes things look like things they're not. So, but, yeah, she's got some amazing talent. But thanks for the cool words on that. And I love it, but it is huge. And now to find a place to put it. And Doug, thanks for the comments on the house. So yes, I did have a Yule log, and that was my doing
Nice.
on the TV. If you notice, right below is a little fireplace too. So I don't know why I did it, but it just struck me, so I turned it on. All right, guys, appreciate you. Love the show, and let's rock this new year.
Dude, that thing was just a fucking monster. Amazing. Jared, you need to post in
Big
the in the channel, in our Facebook channel, with a picture of that thing, because it's cool as shit. It's really cool.
All right, let's keep rolling.
Let's keep rolling.
I got
Okay.
dinner to get to. I'm
Okay,
running
here
late.
we go. I think I have them in the right order now.
Hey, Doug, hey, Shrek, Jared here. Voicemail number 2. Erica, thank you. That was really cool. And I'll take every little bit of happy birthday singing I can get. So thanks, Erica. I appreciate you making a call and doing that to let the guys listen to it so everybody gets to hear it. That was really cool. I appreciate you too, Erica. And guys, as always, love the show, man. Y'all take care.
Okay, another one. We're rolling.
Hey, Doug, hey, Jared here. Voicemail number 3. Wow, on fire, I guess, for the new year. Anyways, you guys are talking about the Social Security and how that works. And I don't know the variances from person to person, but I believe overall it's going to be very similar from person to person. There might just be different thresholds based on married or single, widowed, et cetera. But I know, like, for my mom, I help her with a lot of her stuff. And if she takes lower what she receives. So she has to be very careful not to take out too much because it can cost her the benefit. So if you make a certain amount, they start reducing your benefits.
Yep.
Not just becoming taxable income, because depending on what you have it invested in, when you pull your retirement, if you have it invested yourself, if it goes in pre-tax, when it comes out, it's going to be taxed. So some of your mom's stuff may be taxable, may not be taxable. If everything she's pulling out was put in after tax, she probably doesn't owe taxes on it. But if she pulls out too much, then she'll start to lose her benefits from Social Security. So that's at least what we've been told and the way we've understood it, and why we've been watching on actually receives, is to avoid her losing her benefits. It would take a decent amount for her to lose them, but she would start to lose increments So percentages of that value. And I think you started to go that way in the beginning of your conversation, but then you kind of went back to thinking, oh no, it's taxable if she pulls out too much. But no, they will actually reduce the payment to you. So anyways, hope that helps. And, yeah, everybody's got to be careful. It's crazy. They earned it. They should get it. If they keep working, and I don't know. I got my own feelings on it. It's all a bunch of bullshit anyways. So government controlling any of that money is ridiculous. All right, fellas, appreciate you, and love the show.
Yeah, that's why I think, it's so complicated and there's so much. I actually would be really interested to hear about it, just not on the Friday fuckery, because it's not fuckery. It's serious.
All right, maybe
shit.
you'll have to join the Monday show then, because I would have a ton of questions, and I know that Erica probably has a huge wealth of knowledge about it. I just wonder if her and somebody that is an expert, professionally an expert in this space, would be good as well. Now I got this whole idea for a show in my brain now. All right, let's get to the next voicemail.
Okay, cool. I would totally join that show.
Hey, Doug, hey, Strick, Jared here. Voicemail number 4. Okay, so I may have slightly misspoke it accidentally. So I'm going to clarify what we had realized. If you work, that income can reduce your retirement, your Social Security. So if you're getting paid $1,500 and you're only allowed to make another $1,000 a month, and you make $1,500, then they start lowering. So you get that $500 threshold, they'll start lowering what you actually receive. I don't remember if it's dollar for dollar. So that I do know. It's the if you pull out too much retirement, that I don't know if they reduce Social Security. So I got the two confused when I was thinking about it. I just gave my mom a quick call to double check what she remembered from it, just to make sure I wasn't telling you guys wrong. So
Jared calling his mom.
I don't know. Maybe there is an additional tax if you pull out too much money out of retirement, which big shocker. But anyways, so I wanted to clarify if someone is working a job, because you just start getting into, hey, if you're making $100,000, well, if you're making $100,000, you're probably not getting a dime from the government. So your Social Security, you just don't get. I also know that when you become Medicare eligible, I think it's Part B. If you make a certain amount of money, which I think right now is $144,000, if you make that much or more, they start charging you a crazy amount more for your Part B premium. So I think it's Part B. It's been a while since I dealt with Medicare. So
that's the one.
Anyways, guys, hope that helps, and feed your curiosity a little bit.
Yeah, I remember seeing something on the site that said for every $3 above whatever amount, you will lose $1 of Social Security or some shit like that.
We have another voicemail?
We have one more. This is a new voicemail. Yeah, this is the
okay.
last one, but this is one I believe from this week.
All right, because I got to fly, so let's do it.
Okay, here we go.
So it's Strickland calling in.
That was me. I forgot. I called in here. And because I was calling for Emily, because you called last week to comment on Emily's show, and I didn't get the opportunity. So here we go.
So it's Strickland calling in. I'm mimicking. That's what I meant to say. I would never mock Doug. I was mimicking
of course you would.
Doug in that he listened to Emily's episode and wanted to comment on it. And it made me realize that I did not do that. I did listen to the episode, and I wanted to comment, but I know that if I wait until I'm recording with Doug next week, I'm just going to forget. So here's my take on your episode. Emily, first of all, jury duty. We did actually talk about jury duty last week. It's so fucking brilliant. I cannot recommend jury duty enough to anybody who is out there. And especially with jury duty, watch the episodes and then watch the behind the scenes of each episode. It's basically like the actors talking about the episode, and it's just absolutely hilarious. Barbie movie, if you still haven't seen the Barbie movie, you have to see it immediately.
So good.
That is not sarcasm, and this goes for any of our listeners. The Barbie movie is absolutely amazing. I've seen it 3 times now. Cannot recommend it enough. It is a really, really great, perfect movie. Okay. Turnkey Podcast voicemail question. Why don't we release new episodes for that show? I don't know. It's one of those things where when we get a guest, who has a podcast specific topic will add a new episode, but we've just never really done episodes regularly on that. You also mentioned including links into the show notes. Obviously, we're about a week and a half late for that, but that also would have required me to listen to the episode before publishing it. And yeah, that just didn't happen.
No.
And then the last part, it's so interesting to me too that I listened to the episode and made notes as I was going, and the notes of things that I found important were completely different from everything that Doug found important, which I find entertaining. Except for jury duty, I guess we both heard that. Anyway, the last part was, is this a test? And yes, Emily, you're so right. That's exactly what this is. It's a well thought out, very, very deep plan for a test, which, as you already know, is exactly how Doug and I roll. Very well thought out, very well planned, very deep. That's exactly how Doug and I roll. And yes, it was a test. And yes, congratulations, you did pass. Unfortunately, there's no prize at all. I mean, we could send you an MGF magnet, but I think Doug may have sent you one already. If he hasn't, yes, that's the prize, an MGF magnet to put onto your refrigerator or wherever you want to put it or whatever you want to do with it. But thank you, Emily, for everything you do and everything that you are.
And that's where I got cut off because I was rambling for so fucking long. Yes. Exactly.
All right. We are running long in the tooth here. We got to roll. Any final comments before we head out of here?
Nope. Nothing to say.
All right. Steve O'Brien, go ahead. We love you guys. Thanks for being here. Investment group coming up. Nice Guy group. Strick will put it in the community group. Steve O'Brien, go ahead and take us out of here.
For the Nice Guys on Business, I'm Steve O'Brien. I would have gotten away with it too if it weren't for you meddling kids.